Well, she let me do everything I wanted to.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I didn't have to be
So
like,
is
I didn't have to hold back.
All right. We are good.
All right, welcome back to the Mind of Nobodies, and today we're gonna talk about a little bit of everything. It was a good weekend. It's about to be a good week, and right now you're here with Elijah.
Fabi.
Dexter.
Devaney.
All right, and we got wands on the ones and twos. So, before we started,
Wait, you forgot
Yeah.
our
Oh, we
special
got a
guest
pet right
here.
here.
Oh.
We got our
The
mascot.
Lilo
Mascot.
Oh, he's
Lilo and
gone.
Stitch or something like that.
No.
We got hyperactive over here.
Yeah, we have
Oh,
the crazy little
and
guy.
he's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah, go out that way. There's another dog out there. There's gonna be a big distraction.
Come here.
Hey, come over here. Well, she gotta tell you twice.
By the way.
I'm just saying.
The
But
dog-
no,
Elijah
so
the dog whisperer out here.
facts. Let them know. So before we started, we were talking about how to connect to TikTok, and we failed. But we have a lot to talk about today. I think we should start with Devaney and see what she wants to open us up with.
You had a topic, right, Devaney?
Oh yeah, I had a topic. And this applies to people that are moving out together, with your partner and as roommates. The question was, do you think it's a good idea to have a written contract before you move out with them of like what's expected? Of like household chores and how you guys are gonna split it for partners,
and all
like
that.
what's cheating or
We already
like
know.
boundaries and all that stuff.
So wait. So
So
you have,
it's having a contract before you move in with your partner?
Yeah.
and even what's cheating?
Well, cheating would have to get like talked about,
I feel like this is stuff that you should definitely talk about. I
or
don't
like,
know about a contract.
or like what happens
So-
if one of you cheats? Because
y'all
now
living
y'all
together?
live together. At that point, y'all live together.
It's not gonna hold up.
Yeah.
It's not gonna hold up because there's way too much going on. Once you move in with somebody and they cheat, then it's like it's going off of emotions.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, you can't be like, hey, listen, if you ever cheat on me, kill your ass.
Right? Or not like that. It's
Spur
like,
of the moment.
so you cheated per our agreement.
Facts.
No,
Yeah.
this
Sleep on the couch for 3 weeks.
Monetary
Exactly.
punishment for the people who cheats.
Nah, if you make
What
rules
did you
ahead
say,
of time, if the rules are
There
light,
should be like a monetary,
punishment.
punishment.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
What?
Like,
All
you're
right, y'all
emotionally
tell us
damaging
what y'all think.
You're
wait,
emotionally
wait,
damaging
wait a
me.
minute.
I want
Yeah, ladies.
$100,000.
So, okay,
Yeah,
let's-
exactly.
let's
It's like
set this
emotional
up right here.
damage.
How do you get
How
to
much
that
is
amount?
how much is gonna cost me therapy? You
So,
know?
but let's
Exactly.
think about it realistically.
So then they
if
should
you-
pay for
if y'all
therapy.
in a relationship. Say that you.
Why
you
not
set
just
that
give me
fee
money
at
so you can pay for
$100.
therapy?
So you're telling me I could go cheat and just pay you $100 and I'm gonna be cool?
That's why it's an insane
You
amount.
see, that's why I don't think that's how it happens.
I mean, even no matter what, I mean that should not come up if you're gonna move in. If you think, all right, so
You gotta
if I'm
think
like, hey
ahead.
baby, we're gonna move in together. I feel like it's time. But if you ever cheat on me, then this is my incentive after that. Like this is what you got to do for me. Nah.
Yeah, I feel like you're already putting.
You shouldn't. Yeah, you just gave me a pass, or I just gave her a pass. She just gave me a pass to at least do it, and
Test
the
your boundaries
repercussions
to
is
see if you're
like-
gonna hold them.
right.
I'm gonna take you to court. Get my shit.
Yeah, seriously.
Nah,
The fuck?
cheating should never be an option
And-
when you move in. It shouldn't even come to mind. If you really think your partner may cheat in a way,
Yeah,
there
then
should
you
never be a rule of you
I don't
cheat.
But
you know?
I think
It's
that's kind of the
always
same
a
way with.
possibility.
I mean, it's a
Well,
possibility.
For me, it will be like
possibility.
it's not like, oh, you're gonna pay me because you cheated on me, and then everything is gonna just continue. It's kind of like, okay, you're breaking the relationship right
And the
here,
contract.
and the contract. You know, there's
And
also
then
a
I gotta
contract.
pay you.
And then exactly.
And
So
now
I
you gotta
lose my
pay
girl,
me.
I
Yes,
lose my
you
house,
lose your house.
and I gotta pay you.
Yeah,
Well, that
exactly.
happens when you divorce. That's a
So
contract.
there
That's why
are
you gotta get a prenup.
consequences
That's
to
why you
your
gotta get a
actions.
prenup.
Maybe-
So
ma-
it's called a marriage license.
Yes.
That's what I was
and
thinking.
Divorcing.
Yeah, you might as well go that
Exactly.
route.
Yeah, it's
No,
like
because how do I know that I want to marry you if I've never lived with you?
I mean, if you already making contracts, yeah.
Get the contract.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate-
Cause ain't
that's the
nothing
ultimate
gonna get held up. You know what I'm saying? Like
But I think it should be the same with roommates, with anyone you're moving.
I feel like
in with.
roommates.
Yo, you
I
do
feel like
get contracts
roommates
with
is
roommates.
yeah.
it's
No,
easier
it's
with the
same
roommate though.
thing.
Yeah,
It's
no,
it's
Bobby,
easier
it's
with the
not the
roommate
same
though.
thing.
Yeah.
No,
yeah,
they're
go ahead.
not putting like personal things in like
Bobby.
cheat. You can't cheat on a roommate. You know what I mean?
No worry.
Right?
So it's
Like
like
this.
you're putting things in it that are
You can cheat on a
emotionally
roommate.
attached.
How do you cheat on a roommate?
What if
You
I'm
go stay at somebody
emotionally
else's
attached
house?
to you?
Of
And
a
now you're
roommate?
bringing another friend. Now I'm jealous.
Then you
No,
got.
I'm very jealous.
Then I don't need you as a roommate. Facts. Nah, I don't know. It's
People build emotional attachments
So
to
let
their
me-
friends.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you this,
Yeah.
Deb.
I can-
So,
Yeah.
when you were thinking about this, you had a clear vision. Why don't you walk us through that vision?
That's
of-
what I'm
Oh, so
saying.
actually, I got this. I saw this on TikTok from
Damn you,
some lady.
TikTok.
But I saw this
TikTok.
like a long time ago. I want to say like 2020 during the pandemic. But basically, this lady was like, "Yeah, I make anyone I'm dating sign a contract."
And what the contract entails?
A lot of different things, but like the main thing that stuck out to me was like, if you do this, cheating or whatever the fuck her boundaries were, then you owe me money.
I actually seen this young soccer
Did
player
she say how
that
much?
That,
Man, I think she did, but I can't remember. But it was a lot of money. Like, it was a significant
they gonna
amount
pay
for you
up,
to
though?
not. That's what the contract is for. You're signing it. If they don't want to pay up, they're gonna have to fight that written, signed contract.
you think it'll hold up in court though?
depends on the court, you know.
Depends on the court. You got that shit notarized?
garnish
It will.
Yeah, I seen.
I mean,
Fight it.
I think.
Go ahead.
I think you should send it and be like, hey, this is the contract, because I mean, back in the day there was a booty call agreement. Remember that?
Booty call
Oh, I'm too young for
and
that.
Netflix and chill at your dinner with.
Nah, it was a booty call agreement. There's a whole list. I think I still got it on Facebook.
Damn.
But this lady did it for like people that she was just dating, not even living with,
Just dating.
just dating.
And they will agree and they will.
Yeah, they would
will
agree,
sign.
and now they owe you money
And now she's rich.
for emotional damages.
But did she say how much were the contracts for?
No, I don't remember
Okay.
how much. She probably did, but I don't remember how much. This was 4 years ago.
No, that's fine. I was just-
That's crazy.
I just saw this young soccer player. He was dating like this.
He was married, actually.
He's from no, I don't think he's married, or they might be freshly married. But that like in his him and his wife have a contract that he has to say, like, I love you so many times a day.
Oh,
He
that's-
has
No,
to-
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a different.
He has to like whenever they're out in public, they have to be either like holding hands. It's like it was like a lot of weird shit, and if he violated, he had to pay her like hella money. But there was like, I find
He
it
has
fun.
to say to her, "I love you."
Yeah,
Oh,
like publicly, like.
makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta acknowledge the groupies.
But I find it funny because I don't feel like you'll ever find a man wanting an agreement with it. He's just like, whatever you want, babe. You know what I mean? Guys don't care for the agreement because I feel like we already have it in our minds. Like
Mhm.
these are the
This is
rules.
it,
You
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? Yeah. But
Could be.
I don't know.
I mean, it is what it is. If you
anybody
sign it,
wants
you
an
sign it.
agreement for me.
So you think it's gonna be upheld? You gonna notarize it?
Signed it.
If he signs it, you're gonna notarize it.
Hell yeah.
So then,
She's the best
Yeah.
girlfriend,
so then,
the crazy kind. No,
tell me what your contract would entail.
Let's not talk about that.
no, you gotta bring
Let's
that
talk
out.
about it.
You know
Let's-
what?
Let's get
When I first thought of this, I wanted them to give me like an insane amount of money, but
like a down payment or like
no,
after.
like
Okay.
after.
Okay.
And it's
Don't pay
and it's
for it.
only
At
if
the
I get
for
cheated
offense.
on.
But no, so the contract is only so they don't cheat, and if they cheat, they gotta
It's
pay.
like a cheating
Yeah,
contract.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you might as well get married.
That's
at that
part of
point.
it, but
Right.
the rest of it, it's like, okay, we're gonna, like, how are we gonna
Like, you
split
gotta
the
do
rent?
this.
But
How
y'all
are we
both
gonna
signing it,
split
right?
The utility, yeah, we're both signing it.
Okay.
It's not one-sided.
So so that's what I was gonna say.
So
That
if you
applies to,
cheat-
so if you
you-
cheat, you gotta pay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay,
It applies to
that's
both.
admirable
Okay.
right there.
It keeps us both in check.
Okay.
facts.
And you think a contract will secure that a little bit more than just
It's not the
Dating.
contract.
Okay.
It's how much money I'm gonna owe them if I break this contract.
Well, listen, if I'm gonna sign a contract like that, then there's gonna be obligations for that significant other. So my girl is gonna be making sure that just like old boy has to say I love you so many times a day.
She got to
I
get
mean,
you laid.
if that's
Yeah,
what you
she gonna
wanna
have to
put
make
in
sure
it,
that-
if that's what you want to put
I
in
feel
it.
like
That's up
the
to you.
only
For
stipulation
me,
guys want is like, I need sex.
sex,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we really.
Yeah.
care.
It's like
I'm gonna let you know,
if
ladies,
you
right
want to
now,
make
sex
sure
is
that
important.
yeah, if you want to make sure that I'm not gonna go outside of our relationship, if there's a period where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna punish him by making him wait to see how much he loves me, then most guys are gonna be like, listen, I can wait for so long, but a lot of girls take it to the extreme.
Let me ask
know?
you this: does the contract get null if you guys are open to an open relationship?
what does that mean?
I
Threesome.
mean, go ahead.
What does no mean?
Oh, voided. Is the
Oh.
contract voided or pause or
If you guys both agree,
yeah? Okay.
then
Or that
They
that's,
can always be
that's
amended
the part of the
I feel like
contract.
if you guys get to that point, it would have to be rewritten
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
to
You can kinda, like, do amends.
to include at what point is it cheating now that we're open.
So then let's talk about that. If you are agreeable to an open relationship, what would you consider cheating?
I would never agree to that.
That's why I say if you were.
I
Bro,
can't
mine
say
would be
because
like-
I would never agree to
But
that.
you really don't know because what's going on in your life right now. 10 years from now,
I
your
can tell you
mentality
right now-
always changes. Your
I
mentality
can tell you
always
something
changes.
That's would never change with me in an
What?
open relationship. One, you can't suck dick, and two, you can't kiss. Everything else,
So she can screw the guy, but not suck him off and
or
kiss him.
kiss him. Yeah.
Okay.
That's Dexter.
Okay.
because that
And with me-
an open relationship.
and with me-
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
I appreciate.
Yeah.
And with me, she can only. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
Well, with me, she can only like go with girls. Like she can only.
She can only cheat on you with women.
But I have to be able to
And
watch
that,
too.
I want to add that one in there.
I have to be able to be there.
So
I can.
then
I have
that's
to
what
at
you
least be
put
able
in
to
your
watch.
contract.
Yeah, as long if you're gonna go with any other type of body, it has to be a female body, and I have to watch. And I mean, this might be like really bad to say, but it has to be a natural born woman.
Yeah.
Okay, so it wouldn't be a transgender. Or
Can't be a
something like that.
transgender.
no.
And I mean, to some people, they might not like that being said, but when it's all said and done,
It's
like,
preference.
Yeah, that's your
like it's
agreement.
I mean,
preference.
it
Yeah.
is your agreement. If she signs, then that's
Right.
what she has to abide.
Like, I don't even know why she would like. Well, to each their own. I'm getting in too
Yeah,
deep.
and you don't gotta sign it. But for me,
Yeah.
if you're not signing it, I'm not going.
So then, Fabi,
Fabi's
Okay. I
I can
distracted.
renegotiate
I'm sorry.
it.
I'm
maybe.
Like, yeah, I'm a new mom.
that's okay, Fabi. So tell us, if you were to have
Where's he?
to create a contract for your future boyfriend or whatever, what would that look like for you?
I think it will be something related to the cheat code. What else?
So say.
So all you care
So-
about is not to get cheated on.
Yeah,
Well-
because I mean everything else can kind of be talked out, but
Mm-hmm.
cheating is like
What about emotional cheating, or are you just considering the act of
all
having sex with
cheating.
another woman?
all cheating.
All cheating.
So emotional
Well, that's
cheating
why
as well.
that's gonna be included in the
Well, what-
contract.
what-
What is cheating
So
to
yeah,
you?
describe
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. What's cheating to you, Daphne?
What's
Yeah.
cheating to
Because
me?
what if he said you can be with another girl?
To me, that's cheating. But if that's not cheating to him, that's
Then
not cheating.
then you're
to
okay with
him.
doing it one time?
For my personal morals, I would not do it because that's cheating to me. So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna cheat myself. Right? Is that? Yeah. Is that right? How you say it? I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah.
You live by
I
your
just
own
feel like-
standard of
Yeah,
cheating
I live
versus-
by my own standards.
I
of
just feel like
cheating.
the obligations and all of that. I don't know. I don't feel like they should be like, for example, that example that you were giving, like,
Yeah, that
oh,
one
you're gonna
I don't
tell
think
me,
that
like,
would hold
I
up.
love you 10 times a day
Yeah,
and
yeah.
blah blah. I feel like
That's too. I feel like that's too
that's way
extreme.
too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's way too much.
For me, it's more like as long as we're both working, we're both taking care of the household.
Yeah.
If one of us is not working, then the other has to take care of the household.
Facts.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
vice versa. If you lose your job, how long are we waiting that I have to take
And
over?
to an extent, though,
Yeah,
too.
I feel like, yeah, for example, things like that, like savings will be like a nice thing
Are
to
we
put,
having a
you know, like
joint
into the contract.
yeah, a
Like,
joint
hey, we're
savings
gonna be
account?
apporting this much amount, you know, like to a savings, like to a shared savings account, and we will just have it there for like you know, like an emergency fund or something like that. That's something that I will put on a contract as well.
Yeah, exactly.
What else, like debts and things like that, you know, how to communicate about like personal debts to your partner. That's something that I will also
Breaking
put.
up, what happens if you break
Yeah,
up?
exactly,
Who
you know,
gets
like
to stay? Who
yeah.
has
Who
to
gets to
leave?
So let's talk about that.
Who gets the dog?
Yeah.
Who
Hey,
gets the
please
dog
let's
if
talk
you
about
have
that.
a pet?
I keep the dog.
Talk
So-
about what? What are we talking about?
That's
So-
a non-negotiable.
Yeah,
Why
that's-
would you keep
That
So if y'all
process
break
gonna
up-
be
if the,
Are we
if
having
he
joint
bought the
custody
pet,
of our
Why
dog?
would you keep it?
because he gave it to me.
She's like, "This is my dog."
It's my dog.
I would say whoever the dog would go to the most, because just because you give somebody something, like, all right, when it comes to parents and they're giving their kids a pet, right? I go over a lot of parents' houses and they're like, my kid never takes care of the dog, right?
Yeah.
Now, you give a dog to your girlfriend or whatever, she never takes care of the dog, or you walk into a house where the girl's just never taking care of the dog. The dog respects and loves you more. You really want to give that dog back when you leave to a person that neglects that animal?
Oh no, yeah, of course.
No.
If
You
that's
know?
the case, of course no. But I know that I'm a good
I literally
mom.
feel like it shouldn't be in a contract of, this is my animal, this is why I should keep it. It should be who that animal gets attached to, because, like, I don't know, I feel like people neglect things all the time
Or
and they
the
do it out of
animal is
spite.
attached
Yeah.
to both
After a
and
while.
some split custody.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
The dog
split
has-
custody.
Nah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I kinda-
But which way,
If
like
we got a dog,
Yeah,
and
the
we're
front
long
and
way.
back
Talking about
legs or the
splitting
long
custody,
way,
you
so
can
it's
just have the dog.
exactly.
Come on.
Yeah,
Right.
when I broke up with one of my ex-boyfriends, he got attached to one dog that I adopted, and at the beginning, since he, of course, like missed her and stuff, we will kind of like meet up at places, and he will hang out with her and stuff like that.
That
Y'all
part.
just doing that for booty calls though, or what?
I was about to
No.
ask.
Y'all think that?
Yeah, it was
that
like
actually happen?
public places and stuff. We were going,
I'm
you
saying,
know, like
there's some freaks out there doing it in public. Okay.
Not judging.
But no, I like that part because that's another thing I was thinking about is if the animal is attached to both parties, if y'all decide that, all right, this is your dog, you take care of the dog
Can I pet
100%.
that dog?
I'm gonna slowly move away from the dog by once in a while seeing the dog, but you're taking care of it, so the dog starts to know that you're that dog's owner, and I'm no longer in that dog's life. Sad, but true.
no, it's really sad. I felt bad for him, but
You
know,
kept the
it is
dog?
what it is. Yeah, because it
Thanks.
was mine. She was always at my place, or you know, like we will hang out with the dog all the time and stuff. But he always knew that it was my dog.
And where's that dog at now?
Yeah.
So before I came here,
Oh, this was in Mexico?
yeah, that was back in Mexico.
Oh, so it's tough.
Yeah, so I left the dog with my dad, and they were like best friends type of thing. And when my dad passed away, my brother took the dog, and now he's got the dog, and she's happy. She's with my nieces and nephews and stuff.
That's awesome.
So nobody got the dog.
No,
it's
at
fine.
the end, yeah, nobody got the dog. The kiddos got the dog. Yeah.
Dang. So
Anything
I mean,
else you want to add to the contract, Devaney?
There was, I can't remember. Like furniture and shit. Who gets to keep that when we split? We just.
I feel like
fucking
it's.
sell
Why not
it.
just
I feel like
sell
it's
it
just
and
like
then-
sell it all
What
and
is
just
it?
like
Get the money.
put it, you know, yeah.
yeah, it's better to
But
sell
who
that type
paid
of
for
stuff
Yeah.
if you can sell it
Who
though,
paid for it more?
or that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I feel like if we were to break up,
And then makeup.
well, in my situation, because I'm in a long distance relationship and I would be the one moving there, I feel like
Why don't you give him a contract for him to move over here?
he can't. He has a kid.
No, kids, yeah.
He can't bring the kid when there's another person involved.
Yeah, definitely no.
He has a mom still, even though.
Does he have half custody or full custody or?
No, they don't have like a court-ordered custody. They just
Oh, that's a challenge.
that is a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
If only you knew.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see what happens in the future.
Stay tuned.
Right?
Yes, stay tuned for the little updates
That is
here and
why
there.
you never move in with someone right away. You give it time to get to know each other
Yeah, that's true.
So-
that's true.
before you make a huge life decision.
So
I'm
can
just
I,
waiting.
Can I say something here? So
Yes.
you've been dating for almost a year or a year already?
Almost a year.
Almost a year. It's a long distance relationship, and there's been some major challenges that just came up. Why keep pursuing this relationship?
Me gusta la mala vida. Got to see it through, my boy.
That's the thing.
What is it that you have to see to keep pushing, or vice versa? What is it that you have to see to not keep pushing? What will make you stop pursuing the relationship?
My needs not being met
Yeah. Okay.
consistently.
That's fair.
Because in past I can't really say past relationship, just one relationship in specific, my needs were not met for like ever.
And what needs were those?
I needed constant reassurance, and I was not being reassured. And so every time I wasn't being reassured, I was distancing myself, and I ended up checking out mentally for a year before I left
Damn.
physically. And for me personally, like when I check out mentally, I start to treat you like shit because now I'm annoyed.
I think a lot of women do that too.
Yeah, I think every woman does.
I don't know if every woman, but I think a lot of women do that. Once they check out, the relationship is basically over. And
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Baby, are you here right now? Do you
Like
think I'm
dudes could
fucking
be
here?
out of
No.
their relationship for years and still be the same old. I feel like happy-go-lucky guy, but
If
once a
she
girl
is
is done
not
with their relationship,
bugging
it's
you
like
about shit that
she's letting
that
you know
used to
through her
bother
emotion. I
her,
feel like
you lost her. She's
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
She
You
stopped
are not-
talking, yeah.
When she stops bugging the shit out of you, she's gone.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I feel like women to a certain point, they're kind of like telling you through their moods and actions and all of that, and then they reach a point where they're like, okay, fine, whatever, and that's when you are like, you lost them.
Can I point something out?
Yeah.
Have you ever, you make up a great point there. A lot of times women are telling their husbands, boyfriends, or whatever through emotions.
Mm-hmm.
But have you ever stopped and actually given a direct direction of what is it that you need?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I used to not. I would give like a lot of indirect.
Right. And that happens a lot.
And it happens a lot, and I've learned from that. So now
for
I
you.
tell you once, and if you don't do it, I'ma go.
Yeah.
And that's
maybe
fair.
twice.
Exactly.
We're ADD. I'm like squirrel.
It's like, did she really tell me?
Yeah. What did she
Yeah.
just say?
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, you do learn how to communicate, of course, like your emotions and like your needs and all of that.
Because
Okay.
how are you supposed to know if you've never been told?
Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you expect them to
Yeah,
wash
that's
the
what I'm
dishes
saying.
and they don't wash them, you're expecting them, but you've never mentioned, hey, can you assist me with
Like
the dishes?
this is what you're supposed to do.
I have a relationship question.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
So, do you feel like red flags that start out in a relationship can be eliminated?
Yeah.
Or do you
Yeah.
think they're
flags are
always gonna
red
be there?
flags. That's just what. It could be like trigger signs from past relationships. It could be, things that society tells us is not good, but it's like it could be that one little red flag, but everything else is green to go.
I think it can as long as both parties are willing to change.
Yeah, I feel
Why-
like if you communicate, like what you see as a red flag, and you guys work it, yeah, I think it's like fixable. Always the person is willing to be accountable.
And grow.
Accountable, and and it's willing to put the effort to work on the relationship, and I feel like that's where like everything fails a lot nowadays because, or you either, okay, stop it. Stop it.
So it seems that Fabi, Dexter, and Deb, you believe that the red flags can be changed.
It's not like it's a very thin line, you know, like there's things that you need to see as a red flag that can be like really harmful for you, you know, like you need to be very like,
Yeah.
you need to be aware and not be the person that it's like, oh, I'm gonna change this person, you know, because that's when you commit the mistakes, you know, that to lose your boundaries and to lose yourself into a relationship.
Right.
The point is to be like, hey, you know, like I'm seeing this that I don't like about like X or Y. What can we do? You know, can we work this? And if the person is not willing to work on it, that's giving you another red flag that it's not accountable, that it's not ready for a committed relationship, you know, and what it like it gets to get to like a harmonic relationship, right?
Yeah, because that person might not even see what he's doing as a red flag.
Exactly.
Because no one's told them
Exactly.
before.
Exactly.
But if it's something that can be like workable, I feel like yeah. But if it's something that you feel like you're losing yourself, like, and you're not being heard, I feel like it's not very worth it.
So
And
It's not
also
very
there's
worth
also
it.
like the point of the people that it's like, oh, as soon as I see a first red flag, I'm not gonna talk about it and I'm just gonna run away, you know, like that's also another mistake because
That's
you
avoidant.
can be finding like someone who meets a lot of your other needs and you can get along with that person, but you're not like, you're not willing to communicate about them and just like cut them off, you know. I've done that a lot of times, and yeah.
So-
When I see
We
something, I'm
girl.
like, oh fuck this shit, and
Also-
then I'm like, it's cool having, you
Yeah,
know.
right. Then you get into the next relationship and you're like, damn, I should have.
Yeah.
I also want to ask about time, like
Before
how
you
much
ask about
time? Well, it's related to this big time.
Well,
But
then let me ask you.
what about the red flags?
The question, yeah. Do you think they can be changed?
I definitely feel like anyone can change, especially anyone will change for the person they want to change for. And so
Amen.
when I see a red flag with anyone, because my friends tell me a lot of things, and sometimes I'm like, well, hang in there, and sometimes I'm like, well, if these are reoccurring situations and you've talked to them, then is that really the life you want to keep living? You know what I mean? But then. But that's another reason why I'm like, how much time do you want to give this person, or how many chances do you want to give this person?
Yeah.
Because time and chances are like two different things, but they're both valid.
Right.
When it comes to like a person that only you've seen so many red flags, but you guys figured that you guys want to stick it out and see what happens. You know what I mean? So how much time is too much time, and how many chances is too much chances to any of you guys?
I think that just depends on
Yeah,
the
that
person.
depends.
Yeah,
Depends
For
how
sure.
I feel about him.
they done played me 17 times in 1 week.
This time they're gonna change.
Yeah, for real.
Girl.
No, I was
I feel like for you, just from what I know of you,
Mm-hmm.
you're just quick to be like,
Bye.
I gave you a week.
I gave you an hour and
You
you
didn't
didn't
an hour.
change.
You didn't text me enough in the week. You didn't show me enough attention in this week. You gone.
You gotta go.
I know. I'm working on that. I know I got some problems.
Yeah.
One of the things that I learned from a book, it's called Healthy Me, Healthy Us.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best advice that I took from that book was, if you want change to happen, like if you want your partner's behavior to change, you have to look internally and make changes. Because if we're talking about holding them accountable for whatever it is, say if they have the red flags and you point them out, how accountable are you of your actions?
Yeah.
Right? Because it has to be the same way.
Michael Jackson said it best, man.
What'd you say?
I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
There you go. So
Nice.
that's one thing that I really like from that book. And so you asked the question, you know, can red flags change? If someone is going to change the red flags, it shouldn't be a team thing to change the red flags. It's just like Elijah said, if someone wants to change for someone, then they should change. I don't, like I can point out, hey, you know, you did this thing, I didn't like it, or I feel a certain type of way, and then it should go from there. But it shouldn't be like I'll help you, or we'll do this together for you to change your red flag or whatever. But I don't know.
I agree.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, because I feel like sometimes you go through relationships like with that judge, like archetype of just being like pointing out to the other person, and like very, like a judge, like you're doing this wrong, you're doing this, da 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 da, but you don't like da 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 da, and you don't stop to see, like to see your actions, to see.
I feel like a lot of times we
flaws.
become so. We work on ourselves so much that sometimes we don't even see that it's us that might not be holding ourselves accountable, because we're always trying to work on ourselves and better ourselves, that when somebody else does something, you're quick to point out what they're doing, but you're not seeing what you're doing.
Which is normal. It's
Yeah.
normal human behavior, right?
Yeah.
But going back to accountability, I can't hold my partner accountable if I'm not holding myself accountable, or if I don't allow them to hold me accountable either.
I have another question, because I think this is one of my red flags that really messes up relationships for me.
Let's hear about it.
Is it a red flag? I think it is a red flag now, and I'm saying it out loud because it's really bad. It's really not that bad, but I do ask.
But it's really bad.
I be talking to girls all the time, and I'll be like, I'm not gonna say it.
Nah,
Now you gotta say it.
Because now I'm like,
Gotta
all right.
say it.
Hey, this is therapy, brother. We got you.
So I talk to a lot of girls that say they like girls, right? And the first thing I talk about is would they ever have a threesome or whatever, you know what I mean? And yeah, the more I'm saying it out loud, the worse it's gonna get. So just gonna pass it up. I know that it's a red flag.
So that's not necessarily a red flag.
Yeah.
However, it is a boundary that you're putting out there.
Yeah.
Right? You're saying, hey, I'm willing to go this
the
far,
first thing
and
you
you're
say
doing
to
it
these
right from
girls
day
is-
one.
if the first thing you saying to these girls is you want to have a threesome, that's a red flag.
That's a red flag for
You're gonna let me
them.
watch?
That's for exactly
For the bug.
because you're already letting them know.
Oh man, that I
they're
probably
not
want. So yeah,
You know, when the
I
first
thought about it as I was saying it out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe save
Let me
that for
stop
like
doing
week
that.
two. You know.
Oh my god.
What happens after you say that? Do they block you, or they just say no, or boy bye, or bye
They will laugh on
Felicia?
your face,
We keep doing stuff for a while.
but they never
Because
take me
so
seriously.
they're willing to.
I don't know why. I don't know why they never commit to me.
It's never been my.
Understand.
She's saying what I'm thinking. Yeah.
There's definitely some.
So yeah, so that is a red flag, right?
I think it is.
Good golly,
I believe it.
I've cracked the case. So,
Next week, you know,
It's
I'm gonna be like,
unworkable,
yeah, I'm in a relationship now.
but I want to be open and honest. You know what I mean? Like,
But I think it goes to what we're saying, the accountability aspect.
Yeah.
You know, yes, you're pointing out this behavior that maybe is considered red flag, and if you're asking yourself, why is people not being committed to myself? I can quickly say, well, are you committed to these people? Are you committed to them because you're asking them right from day one, are you going to have a threesome, or can we have a threesome? Like, how much commitment is there?
Facts.
You can't get commitment when you're already throwing a situation where there's non-commitment.
I felt that.
Wow, wow.
Felt that. I needed that. I needed that. I gotta stop messing up. Shout out to the rave scene. Molly's amazing. Take her wherever you go. She will let you down
But
though.
I mean, think about it, bro.
Right?
You still young. Why not ask this question now? He feels young still.
When I said Molly, when I said take Molly wherever you go,
That's your dog.
my friend
Oh,
was like, yes. When I said she'll let you down, have Molly ever let you down?
Stop.
Every time.
Every time. Can we get on that subject of why and how
Why?
and why do we think so? I'm learning throughout this weekend that I'm starting to feel like yes, it has let me down. She has let me down.
okay, so educate us, 'cause
So, can you say why you feel like Molly's let you down before?
Like literally,
Yeah.
like a come down.
Oh, the come down. All right. So I feel like sometimes I'm so in my head that I feel like I'm amazing, and sometimes like I feel like
Bro, you don't need that for that. You be thinking you the shit.
well, yes, and then Molly, what Molly does is she allows people to feel your energy more intensely. So when you're around people, I feel like they feel,
Like you're the shit.
yeah, and then they're attracted to that energy, and they just join in.
What are some of the things that you feel after?
We'll let you talk about that.
Fear.
Fear.
So after
Sadness
Nightmares.
and depression,
Sadness, depression.
That sounds like a fun
hopelessness.
time.
right?
Sounds like a grand time.
Let's get back to your
Yeah, but,
question.
but is that how you feel every single time after?
Not every time.
Depends,
It
yeah.
depends what I took.
If you have everything going on that's good for you, you may feel a little bit of that, but pretty much nothing can really get you down. But if it was like a crappy weekend and things and negative things happen, then you can definitely be like, oh man, you start to dwell on all the negative stuff, and every time you wake up, all you're doing is dwelling on the negative stuff.
How long does that stick around for?
Mine lasted an hour. I'm over it now.
Some of mine have lasted like a week.
Dang,
Yeah.
Yeah,
a whole week?
a whole week.
Yeah, some people it lasts for a lot of people. Some people
Maybe
constantly,
because it might have
constantly.
been cut with something else.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I feel like the one yours, I felt great.
Thank you.
I felt great.
Can we not say that online?
That's not incriminating.
I was really but
No cops is watching this.
yeah, no, when people bring me around stuff, when people bring me around her, I make sure that she's a good one. And when she goes out with me, I never really feel bad or down. Like you can have that effect. Like I'll have that effect, but at the same time, it's just that I try to make sure that she's the best. So
So then, based on what you're saying, because you keep doing it, so I'm guessing I'm guessing.
He's a crackhead.
No.
He said
damn.
You keep doing it.
It's not. I'm not going to the addiction aspect. I'm talking about like
We'll
the
get there
highs.
later.
The highs are really highs, and it seems like the lows are really low. Is that like what you're trying to?
So
Is that a fair assessment or no?
when Molly's being good to you and it's like she's pure to you, you gonna be like, yes, the highs
You gonna
is
be like,
yes, unstoppable. You are Superman, and you can fly through brick buildings, but nothing can stop you.
But
like-
is that pure Molly also causing the bad side effects of hopelessness? And
No, when
depression
it
and-
nah, when you
That's
got
the
the good
devil
stuff,
problem.
like a lot of people will go after what I will look into, and when I help them get the purity of it or whatever, oh my god, this is super bad. But they'll do it
I think it,
weekly, you know. I only do it like once in a while.
So, what is the percentage that you tend to run into having a really low after?
Like the bad stuff, it'll make you stay up late hours.
No, but yeah, like how often
Like
do
if
you
you
run
had to
into
say
it?
out of your whole experience,
Yeah.
10%.
does it happen all the
20%,
time?
50%,
Or?
yeah. How
Of
often?
the
Does it
depression.
happen
Yeah.
often? Quite often?
I mean,
Not
I
as
feel
often.
like with my stuff almost never. So
There you go.
So it's a
the-
really low percentage.
yeah, very low percentage. Yeah.
What about you, Deb?
I've had some bad stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just needs sorry.
So how often would you say you run into that?
Man, I don't know. In the last 2 years, I've cut down a lot. I think 3 years maybe now. Percentage-wise, I would say like 60%.
Dang, that's really high. Well, I mean, for me, I guess, because I don't know. Not,
He's like,
I don't know
I'm
nothing.
Oh,
With
that's a
depression and
lot.
sadness and stuff like that.
Whoa. I never tried that.
So I did it first in 2019. From like 2019 to 2020, it was good.
Okay.
2020 to I think I stopped
That year fucked it up for
in like
everybody.
2022. Every time after that has been like.
So initially there was no issues. It
And
was
yeah.
after. Dang.
Mm,
And you think it's just because it's been mixed with something else?
I feel like a
Yeah.
lot of times they definitely try to mix it with
Sometimes
meth
she's
or
Puerto Rican, sometimes
even
she's-
fentanyl. But I have test strips, so if I ever get something from somebody, I test it, make sure that it's good. I also have methane strips or whatever, so I try to test it for everything that may like make the after effects just my energy's super low and just super down. But
yeah, that's why I've cut down a lot because I just never know now.
but there are things that people take to counter that. But I don't know. I don't take anything. I just drink water. So
Right on.
that's how you know my stuff's pretty good.
Yeah, I just
What's
do
our
it once
time?
a year now.
What's our time look like, Juan?
You got 20 minutes.
20 minutes. So yeah,
So Elijah, in your open relationships, your girl can be with a girl, but she can't be with a guy, right?
yeah. A lot of girls try to argue that that's not even in the relationship. You know, they be like that's bias or something like that, or that's only one sided or something like that. And I'm like, stick to your cheating ass relationship, bitch. No, I'm just playing. No, but
So
yeah.
wait, so in an open relationship, your girl can only be with another
It's
girl,
only open on one side.
and you can be with another guy.
It's open to one side,
Or
close
you
to
can
the other
also be with
one.
another girl.
Elijah said
You tell me what you think.
his looks
I
said
don't
it
know,
all.
that's
Nah, you tell me what you think.
I don't need to
said this
think. You can just tell me.
Nah, you ask dumb questions. Yeah, no. If I'm in an open relationship or in a relationship, period, she could only be with a woman. But if she's gonna be with a woman, then I gotta chaperone.
So,
Right, because you want to see.
so my question to the women would be,
But
oh, go ahead.
if she's approving me being with another woman, then she's just approving me being able to be with another woman. I'm not just gonna go and start dating another woman or just jump into bed with
like-
another woman. You know what I mean? Like it's
You mean like
it's
hookups
approval.
only, not relationship.
So my
Yeah.
question would be to the women now: if y'all are in an open relationship, would you expect it to be open on both ends, or would you guys be comfortable being in a relationship where it is kind of only open on his end, in a way, because you can only be with other
Like a
women?
hall pass.
Yeah, you can't be with other men, but you can be with other women. You see what I'm saying?
I will never be in an open relationship.
But we're serving what is here,
if
guys.
I had to.
Yeah, come to your head. You have to be in an open relationship.
I don't know, man.
What would take for I mean, what? Because for men, I think it's a little bit easier to be open to that concept. So, that's just how men are. But women, what would take for a woman to be in that open concept as well? What do you think it would? Because I hear sometimes women saying, I was just listening actually to a show today where it was a serial killer, but he wasn't a serial killer yet. He was he got married and everything. He was with his wife, didn't have any kids, but then somehow he convinced her that, hey, you know, I would like to be with the younger woman, you know, and I'm coming to you because you're my wife, and you know, like I want not your approval, but I want you to be like okay with this. And she went with it, and then it turns out he turned out to be a serial killer, and then he killed a bunch of women. But that's why I want to know, like, what would take women?
I took a left turn.
Yeah.
But one, all right, wait, hold
That
on.
went
So
too
I feel
dark.
like this is an unfair question for them, only because if you have a mentality to just be monogamous, then you're gonna be like, I'm not gonna do that. You keep that mentality, you know what I mean? But if you've seen women that go in open relationships, because I have a lot of friends where their relationship seems strong. I haven't seen them argue, and if they do, it's in a healthy way where they talk it out after they sit down, they communicate. But they even bring me out and they're coaching me through how him and her are getting a unicorn, which is a girl who they've been talking to on the side to see if she's willing to do things with the couple. But also, more than likely, the
That's not an
wife
open relationship, no?
is they're married, so it's whatever. They don't do things apart. They don't go behind each other's back. The couples that I've seen do these things, they communicate, and if the wife doesn't like the girl, the husband doesn't pursue it. Now he may try to talk to her a little bit and see if she will do it, but more than likely he's not gonna press it because this is the woman he wants to be with.
So
and then
I guess what I'm confused if they're both open to the idea of hooking up with, you know, bringing in a third person
Mm-hmm.
or a one night stand or what have you,
Mm-hmm.
is that considered an open marriage? That sounds to me more of a, you know, a couple that is open to trying that, like even
I think
polyamorous.
anything past you and your partner is an open relationship.
Okay.
You know, anything that you're
Open-
you're opening it up to other people.
But I
Right.
still feel like there's stops to everything. That's why there's boundaries. You know, everyone has boundaries.
Of course.
You know, so when it comes to boundaries, like I said, I'm okay with if a girl, if I start talking to a girl, she's like, no, I want to be with other dudes. Cool, we not talking no more. We not in it. You know what I mean? And that's okay with me. You know what I'm saying? I want her to be happy, but that's my boundaries. If other people outside the relationship wants to try to talk her into, oh no, you should be able to do what you want. Yeah, you should be able to. You're just not gonna do it with me. You know what I'm saying? Those are my boundaries.
All by yourself.
Right. If you want this to work, I've literally voiced my boundaries. You know what I mean? I don't have to go out there and mess with a whole bunch of different girls or anything or any other girl, but I voiced my boundaries and voiced my opinions of what I like and what I don't like. A lot of people are also afraid to voice their thoughts and opinions because they're afraid of the other person leaving them, and they stay in miserable relationships, or they cheat, or they don't really have that type of communication.
Right.
Me, my life is healthy as fuck. So when it's all said and done, yeah, I mess up a lot of times, but
Come here.
But you're okay with those decisions
yeah,
because you're being
because I want the
honest.
best. I want the
Yeah.
best for me, and I don't want my boundaries to be passed. I definitely don't want to come home and be like, "Babe, you got some white stuff on your chin right there," and then the next thing you know, I got to think about it because most dudes, they'll break up with the girl and find out that that he's been doing her wrong, she's been doing him wrong, and next thing you know, she can't wait to voice all the things she did wrong to him to make herself feel better, and he can't wait to voice all the things he's been doing wrong to her that they kind of knew about but they just didn't want to talk about because they're afraid to be alone or whatever. Like I'm literally voicing my opinion, and usually they will voice their opinion after, and it's not like, oh, you want to go sleep with another man, you can leave. It's we talk about that stuff, and if that's really how she feels, that I shouldn't mess with nobody and she shouldn't mess with nobody, then yeah, we get to that point where we're not messing with nobody. But don't try to say something to me where it's like, oh, you're okay with all these things, and then later on, because your friends got to talking to you of what's not fair, then you start voicing a different opinion, and then trying to make it seem like I'm the bad guy.
Right.
Because hey,
Well, it's fair because, to your point, you're voicing your opinion,
Mm-hmm.
you're setting your boundaries, and you laying it out like this. You
Right.
know, if you cannot date another man, but if you were interested in hooking up with the girl, that's okay, just not another man.
yeah, and
But
let me
you-
watch once in a while.
And let me watch
Every
whatever. And if she says yes to
camera.
that, if she says yes
Sorry.
to that, then that's, I mean, she's agreeing to what you're setting.
Right.
Now, to your point, no one should come and say that you're wrong for that. Like, people can come and say, well, you get everything and she's not getting everything, but you lay that out right from day one,
From
and
day
she said
one.
okay to that.
While their boyfriend's cheating on them, or they're cheating on their boyfriend.
Right.
I'll literally be watching. I'll be like, listen, how's your relationship? Didn't they just sleep with your cousin? But yeah, it's all said and done. It's like people will take what they want to take into consideration. You know, a girl was telling me a situation where, like the cousin thing, and she took the boyfriend back after he slept with the cousin, and was mad at the cousin. And I'm just like, all right, but you took the dude back, and she
Right.
said he can't sleep with nobody else, but you're allowing him to do it as long as he apologizes after.
Right.
As long as he makes it seem like he feels bad after.
But what if he doesn't cheat after that? Then it worked out, no?
those what ifs are crazy because I've never seen those what ifs
Right,
work.
no, I
you know,
agree.
I see what if he doesn't get caught after that. Those are what ifs I usually see. I mean, it's those what ifs of what if he don't do it again or what if she doesn't do it again. Is strong because one thing that usually happens is she won't let it go,
Right.
and there's gonna be times where he starts thinking about it, or they relationship does get healthier. But those what ifs are crazy.
It's a big challenge, but if she doesn't let it go, then she shouldn't take him back.
Right.
That's how it should be.
That
She
part.
just shouldn't take it back.
Come here. Come here.
Life
Yeah.
Come here.
life just don't work that way. I wish people was
usually
more
tell
healthier.
people once they've cheated in their relationship and they're talking about getting back with their partner, I let them know don't do it, man, because that's one is you're one as a man who cheated or even as a female who cheated, you're always going to be trying to prove that you're not cheating still, even if you're not cheating. You know what I mean? You're still going to have to
That trust.
always
is
reassure them
gone.
that you're not doing that. You know, and
But
I'm
that's
just
what
like,
I'm saying. Like, if that happens and that trust is lost, then don't take him back.
yeah, that's my. And I had a friend one time. Him and his girlfriend ran into a situation, and like they had some condoms come up missing, and he's like, "Yo, what's the deal, right?" And he asked me, he's like, "What would you do?" And I was like, "You don't want to know what I would do, because what I would
you
do, I would, yeah, I'm gone. You know,
Okay.
there.
I thought you were gonna kill something.
No, I'm just gone at that point.
Come here.
But I know what
Because
he,
that,
but
that will
what,
pull the trigger.
yeah, see, what I know what he's gonna do is not what I'm gonna do, right?
Should I pull the trigger
I know
now
he-
or
he-
later?
He's gonna try to work it out. They're gonna try to grow from it. I'm not that type of person. I'm like 1 + 1 = 2 to me. You know what I mean? So
Three's
Makes
a
sense.
crowd.
yeah,
Well, but and I think that if they're personally, if someone is willing to take their partner back because whatever reason, then before they take him back, they need to go to therapy.
yeah, and then that's what I always say too. Like some kind of therapy or even do some work on your guys' own, even if it's not like real therapy. Like work on yourselves individually.
Yeah,
Because-
single and also with your partner, but yeah,
Yeah, because you're always gonna have that thought like,
But there's hoes that
they're
you can get to
doing
the
it
street.
again, or so you're always gonna have that feeling or that thought, even if it's nothing. You know what I mean? They took 10 minutes too long at the store, and you're like,
yeah.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
feel
I
like
mean?
once you break that, there's no
Yeah.
way back, and I feel like that's a delicate thing with open relationships because I feel like you are putting way more of your vulnerability, you know, up
Yeah.
there,
Yep.
and you're putting like an extra trust, you
Yeah.
know, and if they even having like like an open, like an open way to do things with other person, and they still decide to go, like on your back and just do it, hide it. Did he go? Yeah. Is he out?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And we're back. So
Our mascot is not
all
behaving.
right.
He's bored.
you're about to come sit with me and time out over here, okay?
So we have 6 minutes left. Nalaija, let me ask you this question, just because
Stay here.
you're always talking about this. Why have an open relationship?
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Dang.
Why?
The only thing I can think of is the same reason why you would have like a monogamous relationship. Like you're still building with someone. You just have multiple thoughts, ideas to bring to the table. Even though you have a partnership with that one person, I love being adventurous. So when it comes to getting new ideas, having new things come in and out of your life, literally. But just kidding. No, that's just what it is. Like an open relationship is an experience that you're not just sharing with just one person, even though you're sharing it with one person for the rest of your life. So if you pick a partner that you're sharing experiences with, but you're having new experiences that you can also talk about with that new partner. Some people just want to sit at home all day with that same person, and at the end of the day, it's like we spent time together. That's a nice monogamous relationship. And some people want to be outgoing and adventurous and never tied down.
So you want your relationship to be flexible, monogamous when it's time to be monogamous, open relationship when it's time to be open relationship.
You can have a relationship of whatever you want to have it
Right.
as, but everyone's not the same. That's the
Right.
thing. So,
This
so
is
if you
why
find
this is why you asked the question right from day
right.
one, right?
Now a soulmate's supposed to be someone who matches you like a counterpart. You know what I mean? And so, if you find that soulmate and you both are agreeing to this is what I like, this is what excites me, it doesn't mean you're going to do it for the rest of your life, you know. But
Right.
if you guys do stuff like that for the rest of your life, you found your soulmate that you can actually like.
Agree?
Question for you, Devaney. Do you believe in soulmates?
I do. I do.
It's
Do you?
just
You feel
boring.
like you got that one person out there that's meant for you,
Um,
or you're with them, you know?
I don't think you're always gonna end up with your soulmate.
Yeah, I think a lot of people don't end up with their soulmate at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel so.
There are soulmates, but I don't think you always end up with them
Yeah,
as you should.
Yeah.
yeah, that's definitely true.
Do you believe in soulmates or no?
I don't believe in soulmates.
I think you can have multiple.
No, I'm just playing.
I mean, maybe you can have multiple. I think the idea is that when you talk about a soulmate, that it is just that one soul, because it's not souls, maybe, you know what I mean? It's soulmate.
It's a soul tribe.
Yeah. So usually that one person, but I personally don't believe in it. Like, I don't believe in like love at first sight, because I've realized in my life that's just lust, you know. I don't believe in happily ever after, because if you don't put the work in, it's not gonna be happy, you know.
That ain't my dog. No, I'm just playing.
Peter. But yeah, I don't believe in like the lovey-dovey fairy. I mean, don't get me wrong. There was a point in time in life where I did, but I realized that it's not feasible.
Yeah. Because just because you provide a certain type of treatment doesn't mean the other person accepts it either.
Yeah, or they're gonna reciprocate it.
Or
you
they're
know?
gonna
Yeah.
reciprocate it. Because if you're always giving, and the other person's not reciprocating, you're gonna get tired.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You're
that's true.
gonna tone
It's raining. It's raining. It drains everything out of you, you know.
Exactly.
And the time after that, when you are recovering out of those relationships, or where you end up, you know, like empty, those are the worst times.
You
Yeah.
gotta go.
When you gotta rebuild yourself, you know, and rebuild your identity and
And-
everything that you lose when you put too much of yourself
Exactly. And to that I say always put yourself first and
Yeah.
love yourself more than
into
you
that. Yeah, more than you
anyone
do
else.
to the other person. Yeah.
I like that.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm learning in my life. I think it's my Libra traits. You know what I mean? Is
Favorite traits.
like I tend to focus on the other person's happiness more than my own happiness, because I feel like as long as they're happy, I can be happy. You know what I mean? But I need to be happy before they're happy. I make them happy.
To be honest, so I think in a relationship, first comes respect, and then comes loyalty, because once you have that, we can all be in a room and respect each other, right? We don't have to cater to the other person. It's just respecting each other's company, everything, you know.
Yeah.
But then once we know that this is the person I want to be around, it becomes loyalty, where it's like we're not gonna be there to do anything that's gonna hurt you or disrespect you, or we know you now, and I can be in the room forever with you and respect you. Do whatever I want to do for myself, but respect you. Now, the loyalty comes in where it's like I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna make you feel bad or anything like that. Also, this demands nobody and we're out of here. No, I'm just playing. So, did anybody?
Wrap up though.
Yeah, anybody have anything else to say real quick?
Oh yeah, you can catch us at Mind to Nobody Facebook, Wanted to Know Buddy YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. We here.
Yes.
Like, follow, and subscribe.
Awesome. So you're here with Elijah.
Fabi.
Dexter.
Devaney.
Juan's on the ones and twos, and we got our little mascot that's running around everywhere.
Everywhere. And he's gonna learn.
Take a nap. All right.
We out.